Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Hask here, and where we last left off we were doing the interlude video, we were doing the flashpoint known as Mandalorian Raiders, getting to know our companions a bit more, and we're now on our way to continue the main storyline. We are looking into Nomen Karr's apprentice, to stop her from identifying more of Darth Barris's spies. We know she was trained on Tatooine and she was first discovered on Alderaan. Now, Darth Barris has given us free reign, but in terms of the levels you're meant to be visiting the worlds, Tatooine is our first destination. So, let's get ourselves underway, shall we? Is there anything I need to be doing before we head off? Nothing in level 54. No new skills. No, it seems fine. So Tatooine is in the distant Outer Rim. A harsh desert planet off all the major trade routes, Tatooine is known for its heat, its sand, its dangerous wildlife, and little else. Only a few settlements dot Tatooine's endless wastes, inhabited by handfuls of traders and moisture farmers. Tatooine's obscurity has also attracted a small but significant criminal population, here to hide from galactic authorities. Tatooine lacks any central government or allegiance to Republic or Empire. There are rumours of an imperial occupation taking place in one of the frontier settlements, but nothing has been confirmed. Both players of the Empire and the Republic come to Tatooine at the same time. We each have our own dedicated spaceports. Players of the Republic will start at the spaceport and town of Anchorhead, while as the Empire have indeed taken over a town known as Mos Ila, much to the I suppose detriment of the local townsfolk. But what can I do, really? So let's get ourselves underway.
The sands of Tatooine await you, apprentice. I've gleaned much since our interrogation of the Republic agent here on Dromund Kaas. I am certain Nomen Karr brought this gifted Padawan to Tatooine to train with a legendary master named Yonlock. Years ago, I urged the Dark Council to hunt down and destroy this Jedi. They refused, and Yonlock went into hiding on Tatooine.
He's hiding in the desert. Why does this coward Jedi concern us?
He was the greatest Jedi teacher of his time. The Force remains strong in him. Yonlock is the one who brought the Padawan's powers into expression. Now they share a special bond. Find him and destroy him.
What do you hope to achieve by doing this?
Nomen Karr shelters his prize, so we will draw her out by destroying everything she loves. My servant Sharok Biv will guide you. She's eccentric, an acquired taste, but give her the benefit of the doubt.
As you decree, my lord.
That is all.
Okay, we have a contact here who will help us try to find this Jedi teacher, this Yonlock. And obviously we have our target. So let's get down to Mos Ila. We'll have a look at the world map. There's a lot of activity here on Tatooine, especially in this first town. of Mos Ila. There's a lot of things we can actually get ourselves up to. Oh, bloody hell. Our contact's here anticipating us.
The harsh sands of Tatooine welcome you. I am Sharak Breve. Our Lord and Master Darth Bara bid me to impart my knowledge of this planet and help you track down the Jedi Master Yanlok.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I will be your compass. You will find Master Yanlok by tracing the path the Padawan and her master took. I can tell you where they started. I followed them to the forbidden lair of the ancient sand demon, a terrible beast. The Padawan left her weapons and entered alone. Impossibly, she returned unscathed.
She brought the Force. It is a powerful weapon.
I have witnessed the power of the Force, but this goes beyond wonder. The Sand Demon is the fiercest creature on this planet. You don't just walk into its lair and return without a scratch. I investigated further. The beast was there, also undamaged. And what's most perplexing? Its skin was glistening.
Somehow, she avoided fighting the demon.
That appears to be the only conclusion. What happened in that cave is a mystery, as is where the Padawan and her master went afterwards. There is one man on Tatooine who might be able to explain. SWTOR. He's as old as the sand. Part madman, part soothsayer.
Tell me more about this man.
They say the planet talks to him. He predicts sandstorms and directs search parties to lost children. It will not be easy to speak with Jeef. The small farming settlement where he lives has been overrun by exchange thugs. The exchange hates the Empire for running them out of Mos Ila. They will allow me to pass, but they'll attack you on sight.
Thanks for looking out for me.
I'm invested in seeing you succeed, and I will meet you at SWTOR's.
Okay. So, Yanlok took this new Padawan, Norman Car's Padawan, on various trials on this planet. One of which involved a sand demon, where she confronted it without fighting it. Curious. We have another kind of piece of the puzzle. Someone may know about what the Padawan did. Let's go see if we can find this SWTOR then. While here, we'll of course see how else we can aid in the imperial occupation of Tatooine.
My lord, welcome to Tatooine. If you hold a moment, I can provide directions to the research center.
I wasn't aware of any research center.
Sorry, my error. Much of the Imperial traffic we get is assigned to the archaeological expedition. Security, scientific equipment. They don't tell me what it's for. If you're going to be here long, you might wish to consult with Captain Gola. We wouldn't want to interfere with Sith activity.
You have been most helpful.
These are the center's coordinates. I'll alert them that you may be coming.
Okay, so there's some research going on. A lot of resources being poured into the team as well.
Want to hear something hilarious? I'm almost homesick for Korriban.
Really? Ved Air prefers Korriban to Tatooine. Huh. Okay, we have our heroic mission terminal here. Let's pull out our map now that we're out of the spaceport. So, yes, we know the exchange have a hold up around the kind of the madman shack. Obviously, we know of the exchange, that criminal syndicate from our time on Nar Shaddaa just recently. Seems we have the location of the research team or part of their headquarters. If we pull out, obviously our starting town of Mos Ila, the Republic starting town of Anchorhead. Both players of the Republic will both travel into Junland. The Republic players tend to stick to the northern hemisphere while we stick to the southern. And there are various paths that lead us both into the Dune Sea. There is a small PvP area known as the Outlaw's Den, which someone correctly added is a place where there are a few neutral vendors where you can pick up a few unique items, including a speeder, which you can't get anywhere else. I'm glad that they mentioned that in my Agent series, because I forgot about that speeder. But yes, we are in the PvP instance. There is a small chance that a Republic player has gotten into the southern hemisphere of Junland. It's more likely that we'll encounter a player of the Republic in the Dune Sea, as we're both going to be there for similar reasons. Or, as I've proven a few times, it is quite easy for a player of the Empire to slip into the Republic region of Junland. So, we may have some PvP here, maybe not. It depends on how many people are active when we get to those areas. Either way, there's plenty of us to do here. There'll be reasons for us to head out of Mos Ila itself. So, let's kind of just have a wander around and see if anyone would like our attention, see if anyone would like our aid.
Keela, I need those water readings. We won't get more supplies without a report.
Sorry, sir. I'll check soon as I can. Sand in the gauges.
Blast. Bring in some local technicians. See if they can fix us up while I greet our guests. My lord, Bara Gola, Imperial Reclamation Service. I've run excavations on Zeost, Malachor II, and Nimdrovis. But add a little heat and dust and we've got nothing but trouble.
Your man at the spaceport said this was a research center.
Not exactly up to standard, but yes, Mos Ila is our base of operations.
Why, Captain, you should have alerted me. You know I enjoy guests. Captain Gola and his crew report to me. I am Darth Silthar. They are my hands, digging and scraping where I cannot. We came to Tatooine to solve a mystery, one of dead men and desert secrets. Not for conquest, but for power.
I've come to Tatooine in the name of Darth Barris.
I know your master. Perhaps we can find common ground. The Empire recently found a damaged shuttle drifting through deep space. It came from a Zerka Corporation research base on Tatooine.
Zerka had Tatooinian artifacts they claimed were the find of the millennium. Mystery devices with the energy throughput of a sun. But a month after the shuttle launch, their research base disappeared. Zerka never came back.
Somewhere in this wasteland is power enough to destroy a world, remake a galaxy. My team is going to find the Zerka base and these artifacts along with it. We will learn their secrets. Will you join us?
Tell me more about Zerka.
Fools who believe that research and technology are a match for true power. They will not interfere. Now, scattered across the desert, sheltered within caves, live a people called the Sons of Palawa. They are an exacting and ritualistic tribe, come to Tatooine to test themselves against the elements. A settlement nearby has something we need.
Test themselves how?
They pound their fists into sand, drill for water instead of using vaporators, what you'd expect.
Most importantly, the Sons of Palawa possess a clue to Zerka's fate. What did you call them, Captain?
Experimental battle droids, armed with turbo lasers, shields, and who knows what else.
Zerka droids. no doubt rebuilt by the Sons of Palawa. And the tribals are not inclined to share.
Perhaps we can negotiate an exchange.
After the Empire took Mos Ila, the Sons of Palawa decided we were invaders. They'll shoot anyone who gets close.
But why should that stop you? If the droids truly are from Zerka, I want their secrets. Dissect them, peel the droids' armor, and bring the captain their Verba brains. Then they will lead us to the missing Zerka base.
Okay. So claim the Verba brains of experimental droids that are being held after being rebuilt by this local tribe, the Sons of Palawa. Seems straightforward enough. Hello, Lieutenant.
My lord, I'm sorry for whatever business brings you to this worthless wasteland. You interested in striking a blow against the exchange? Sooner the Empire tightens the noose, the sooner most of us can ship home. Gangsters are smuggling our explosives out of Mos Ila, selling them to the Republic. We need to show them it's a bad idea.
No one steals from the Empire and lives.
Thank you, my lord. We need our explosives back, and we need to find out who's running their operation. If you'll help, I'll get you locations for all suspected stashes. But be careful. We've already lost good soldiers to the exchange guards.
I'll handle anything that dares to get in my way.
If any of their men attack, search them. They must have a base, a way to communicate. Retrieving the explosives is important, but we must get to their leaders to stop this problem for good.
Okay. So the exchange have an operation here in this city. Oh, we actually have a staged bonus mission here as well. In regards to the Sons of Palawa. Curious. Huh. This is linked to the Sons of Palawa, but it deals with the Exchange's crime syndicate. You'd think it would be the other way round, dealing with the Exchange's explosive chemicals. But, first things first, we need to find these Exchange infiltrators and find communication codes on their persons. That's the stage 1 bonus. Let's also look for these explosive chemicals. And yeah, these infiltrators might have... Oh, there's the chemicals I may need. We also require a signaling device. Oh, why are you dancing in the hot sun? Doesn't seem healthy. I'm just gonna poke my head into people's houses. On occasion there are infiltrators hiding, kind of like behind couches or chairs. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, the signaling device is actually in the marketplace, that's right. Sure, there's someone hiding somewhere around here. So yeah, I chose to wear my standard Sith Annihilator's armor set. I do love how it looks. It's a bit too bulky, I think, maybe for my body type. No, officer, really, there's no infiltrators here, not hiding behind this couch. I think body type 3, the bulkier body type, would probably be better. Especially for, like, like the neck guard and the shoulder pauldrons, but I like it all the same. I like wearing, like, rather than the Jedi in their robes, which are suitable in some cases, I like the idea of a Sith having some kind of protection. So somewhere around here is a signaling device. We also have a datacron hiding on the roof up here, it seems.
Scare me?
So, yes, we believe the exchange is working from a warehouse in the northern part of the city. Still trying to find one more infiltrator. Doors closed off. You know what? I don't think I've ever been through that doorway. Oh, I can't recall what is beyond that phase doorway. Stage 1 bonus mission. Second stage is to grab 5 encrypted communicators. And they're dotted around Mos Ila as well, which is why I want to kind of stick around this area. I also knew there was one up here. Trying to decide when I'm going to make this series public. I've been keeping it as somewhat of a surprise for a while. While I've been finally getting back on track and releasing my Imperial Agent series after about a 3-month hiatus. Trying to decide if I should release it near the end of where I've currently recorded with my time with Fallon, as I've yet to complete his series, or if I should kind of just dump all of these videos, or a certain set of the videos, like at once. Maybe like the whole planet of Korriban, here you go, 4 episodes. The whole time of Dromund Kaas, like a few days later. I can't decide. I'm just happy recording the series so far. I'm enjoying playing as a light side Sith. It's hard. This is something I've been thinking about as I've been playing, like how my character's ideology, because I don't want him to be like, I don't want him to be a Jedi. In these, some of his responses have definitely put him like, made him out to be Sith. I suppose what he wants, he's still kind of following his master. He's still learning the ropes. He's still an apprentice. But to the final stage now. We need to access a communication station and obtain some plans that the Exchange has to attack Mos Ila. But as I was saying, I think he's still kind of somewhat almost, I don't want to say blindly following orders, but following the role he's been given as the enforcer of Darth Baras. And it's only through more time as the story further develops where he'll find a true purpose for himself once he's started to free more of his shackles. It's only that he's not a savage and brutal Sith like how he could have been, I suppose. Maybe I'm thinking about things too hard. Here we are, there's the attack plans. So we get the handos in. Let's go deal a blow to the Exchange, find out where they've been transporting these explosives. Can find their leadership to make sure it's not going to happen again. Simple bonus mission there. Now to find the Exchange leaders. Gonna signal them, let them know that there's a explosive pickup ready for collection. Watch out for this, that smuggler likes to activate a lot of healing abilities, which I was determined just to keep him crowd controlled, keep him stunned in some way. Right. Couple of missions out the way, nice and smooth. So we do need to step out into the Sons of Palara territory, which is deep into the desert, north of Mos Ila. Let's get over to the cantina, and then we'll head back into the city from there.
So, this is where the scum of the galaxy congregate. Not sure I see the appeal.
The attack plans.
Your smuggling ring is broken. Here's everything I could salvage.
Excellent. I was hoping that was you I was hearing about. The local authorities have been all in a dither about an unprovoked massacre of suspected Exchange members. I hope this compensates you sufficiently for your time.
Thank you very much. Relics, which we don't need. Let's head back to the marketplace. As there's another side quest as well as a heroic mission we can pick up. So we have our various class trainers here as well.
My lord, your reputation for ruthless perfection precedes you.
Was that rather bold-faced flattery a preface to asking my assistance?
My name is Commander Villos. I came to Tatooine to eliminate the Jawa problem. I was wondering, in all of your travels, have you had much experience with Force use among lesser alien species?
There is little I do not know about the Force.
I ask specifically about Jawas, the natives here. I was told to expect no trouble. Is it possible they use the Force? A dozen of my officers were killed by the vermin, all with burns from lightning. If the Jawas are using the Force to resist our occupation, we must bring proof to the Dark Council so that they may crush the threat.
What would it take to convince them?
I have some information from the one patrol that managed to return. The Jawa tribes are not as isolated as we thought. Apparently, they communicate with each other using secret relays in the deep desert. If they're training Force users, those relays will be our way to find out where and how.
How are you going to pull that off?
We need to bug the relays, but the Jawas have reconstituted assault droids around every one, and the messages are in code. The communications relays are in the desert outside Mos Ila. If you want to help, plant these bugs on them, then hunt down the ranking Jawas in the area. If we're lucky, one of them has the cipher for the code.
Okay, Jawas using the Force. It has, possibilities, maybe? Depends on how close-minded a Sith we want to be.
How fortunate, my lord. You grace me with your presence just as the Empire needs your talents most. These generators once provided power to most of Mos Ila. The Empire needs them reactivated, but the Jawas are getting in my way. They built these machines when they controlled the town. Now that I'm converting their inane tech for Imperial use, the Jawas won't hand over the special power cores I require.
What's so special about those power cores?
It's custom Jawa technology. I tried trading for them, but the runts refused. They claim they're being used to power droids, some kind of defense against the exchange. Likely excuse. The Empire can't tolerate insubordination. Perhaps you could massacre their camp, destroy their droids, and bring their power cores to me for the glory and defense of the Empire.
Nothing like demolishing a civilization to really get the blood flowing.
Indeed, my lord. Remind them of your supremacy. The Jawas set up their defenses outside of town. I'll show you.
Yes, yes. Nothing like destroying a civilization before breakfast. Yeah, why not? So, let's see. We have a Jawa camp here where we need to bug the communication relays. Next to the sand crawlers over here on the map is where the heroic area happens to be. We need to claim the power cores from their droids.
Criminals and vagabonds. Everywhere on Tatooine, the Empire's great works are besieged by criminals and vagabonds.
Major Veer, sir, you have a guest.
My lord, such an unexpected pleasure. Guided to this backwards province to bring order and discipline, no doubt?
Bring me up to speed.
As I was just explaining to the lazy sots in my command, the exchange crime syndicate is flagrantly defying the Empire's directives. They're banned by imperial law, yet they've given refuge here to dozens of murderers, spice dealers. They've even started processing spice outside Mos Ila, and yet my men refuse to act.
But sir, we lost 15 men in our last attempt.
Quiet! I am well versed in this company's many failures. Clearly, I must turn elsewhere to see imperial law restored.
I can teach this scum to properly respect the Empire.
Excellent. A Sith will prove a powerful lesson. The job is simple. The spice processing operation outside Mos Ila must be completely obliterated. and its guards killed as a lesson. With their men dead and machinery destroyed, the message will be clear. I look forward to seeing you when it is done.
Okay. So we have another reason to step out into the deep desert. We have more people of the exchange to deal with. Let's see. There's plenty of things for us to do. I'm trying to decide which order we should do them in. Let's go upset the exchange. Even though we'll probably be passing Isabeau Jeef's little house, which I believe is here, his shelter. We'll leave him to last before we're ready to kind of somewhat leave Mos Ila.
Better check if still have all the parts.
So we have a bonus to defeat 20 of the exchange. Want us to cripple some of the spice manufacturing machines. Complete. And machinery destroyed. Now let's go annoy the Jawas, shall we? So we need to bug their communications relays and hope that one of their ranking officers or individuals of higher standing have a code cipher. We have another bonus to defeat 8 of the Jawa forces. And here are the Jawas. Oh. There we go, we have this code cipher allowing us to decode any encryptions the Jawas may have on their communications. With the bonus mission complete, we gain level 55. Happy days. Book this last relay. There you go, another job done. So yeah, I believe this is a Jeef's shelter. We'll leave him for now. Let's go find the sons of Palara and grab the verbo brains of these experimental droids they seemingly have. I think we have another bonus here.
Better check it.
Indeed. To defeat 16 of the Palara forces. Here's a droid that we might be able to salvage. Stop taking it apart. Let's check its verbo brain. That didn't sound encouraging. Nope. Its verbo brain is not suitable.
This always does the trick.
I am Fair One of the Sons of Palawa. You have won this battle, and I call for parley. You've brutalized our keepings. Tell us why our wives and children weep, so that this feud may be honorable.
Your battle droids had data I required.
Then you fight for resources. There are worse causes. We know about the Empire's expedition. Whatever you're after, you won't find it. The desert protects its own. And though we can't keep you from departing, beware Tatooine, and beware our vengeance. You've made an enemy today.
And yet you're not willing to fight me.
Vengeance can wait. For now, we can part in peace.
Go. We have injured to tend to, and graves to dig. We'll meet again soon enough.
I'm sure. Should have maybe fought them here and now, rather than let them choose the place of our battle, but I don't think they can really stop us either way. So let's head back to Mos Ila once again and work our way north through the town. Let's hand over this verbo brain.
What's wrong, Hale? I can sense your fear.
Sorry, my lord. I'm remembering that time on Ziost, when I was buried alive.
That's good. Use that fear, Hale. Let it push you. Ah, did you bring us the droid mines?
I obtained the parts, but it riled up the tribals.
That is of no concern. The sons of Palawa will not trouble us. I sense we'll do incredible things together. Zerka's discovery is out there somewhere, sending ripples through the Force.
Let's get the vertebrains analyzed, my lord. Keela.
Memory wipe destroyed the old files, but it looks like the Sons of Palawa bought the droids from Jawas.
All right. Guess that makes the Jawas our next lead to the Zerka base.
Would the Jawas trade with the Sons?
They'll sell their goods to anyone. Mos Ila was originally their trading post.
The Jawas are one of the native species, primitive masters of machinery.
They swarm like rats during the trade season, selling droid parts and generators. Then it's back to the desert.
In my dreams, I see one band that remains in the wastes near this city. Find them. I must meditate.
As you decree, my lord.
You may go.
Show the vertebrains to the Jawas. See if they can't identify the source. They won't have records, but they're clever. Good hunting. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay cautious.
Okay. Couple of implants which we don't need. So, seems the Jawas are over here. Not a problem. Let's go, go see Commander Velos. See if he's learned anything from the, well, with the cipher we have in our possession. We'll be able to identify, hopefully, where the Jawa's base of operations is. If we can learn anything about these Force-sensitive Jawas.
I must thank you for the work you did with the Jawa communications. The bugs you set are already transmitting. Any rebellion the Jawas plan will come straight to our ears. I trust finding the cipher gave you little difficulty.
Let's see if this confirms your theories.
Let me transmit the code to our surveillance team. Ah, yes! The Jawas speak of spirit wielders, those who possess the magic of their shamans. I assume they mean the Force. Their young go to a secret training ground to learn the shaman's magic. They're building an army there. We must stop them. This shaman, the one training their armies, we need to bring her into custody, study her, learn what she is made of.
Do your scientists prefer their specimens alive or dead?
Please take her alive. The Sith must observe her using the Force. There is little her corpse can tell them. I hope I can rely on you to make this happen.
I'll hunt down this so-called shaman.
Your enthusiasm is admirable, but I wouldn't suggest capturing a Force user without a means to restrain her. This colony was recently favored by a visit from a Sith Lord, Lord Biro. She's known for having captured Jedi. Seek her aid. I'll tell her to expect you.
Okay. A fellow Sith known to capture Jedi. Let's see if she has any recommended Force techniques or items at her disposal she can suggest we make use of.
Of course. Hello. You must be the bright young Sith I was told to expect. Frankly, I'm surprised you would lend your approval to this sort of mission. The idea that a Jawa, the lowest sort of alien scum, has the discipline it takes to use the Force is nothing short of insulting. These Jawa shamans are simply charlatans putting on a show for the gullible. However, if it were true...
Sounds like your faith isn't as unshakable as you'd like.
This has the potential to sow chaos throughout the Empire. Imagine if no one respected the power of the Sith, if they believed the lowest slave could muster the same powers. For the sake of the Empire, it is crucial that the Force remain mysterious. The province of the elite, not Jawas.
Is this a bad time to ask for your advice on restraining Force users?
On the contrary, I will aid you in Commander Villo's quest, but only because I expect you to redirect your goals. Find this Jawa training ground, hunt down this shaman, but kill her and any Force users you see. Bring Commander Villo's a regular Jawa warrior and tell him it's the shaman. Any studies will prove conclusively that Jawas have no connection to the Force.
I'm not going to lie just to serve your political goals.
My goals are the goals of the Empire. Commander Villo's is a fool. However, he has alerted our superiors to this issue, and they expect results. I suggest you reconsider, but I will not interfere with your mission. These shackles have held Jedi before. They should restrain your shaman easily. If she exists.
I like the arrogance that the Lord there believes she's speaking for the Empire. Alright, let's see. So, the training cave, where the young of the Jawas go to train under the shaman, is over here. Right. Okay. What we'll do is we'll make use of the heroic transport item. Let's go look into these power cores, first of all. You have to be a bit careful. This is one of those instances where the bonus mission's harder to do than the main objective. Technically, we only really need to defeat 3 droids, and the mission auto-completes. But we do have a bonus to defeat 18 of the Jawas' forces. Need to be careful not to loot any bodies right now. Targets. remaining.
Scare me?
Yeah, bonus complete. Can we sneak a power core?
Once the generators regain power, the Empire can finally control all of Mos Ila. You've performed a great service for us all.
You are welcome. Let's get out of this heroic area. And oh, there we are. Heading through here to see if we can have the Jawas identify where the verbal brains came from.
Wama otoja koga utapawa tu bambawula.
Jawa, I have parts here from a droid you sold. I need them identified.
Kokola kopana tejakta. Magusa no pachonki fa gutagioto India.
Look at this as an opportunity to work with the Empire. You might come out ahead.
Chisakaba kyota bubanda bakiwanki. Mo gutuni ompi bedwana ni popo chopa uma.
I clear your path and you tell me what I need.
Monanki sei mataka. Chesko yeski achananga. Bumpa kom chinga.
Okay. I'm willing to be reasonable. We clear the 3 navigation beacons. Jawas give us the information we require. Just kidding. Kind of waiting for someone to jump out of the sand to attack us there. Can't recall if the beacons were always so close by. I thought they were actually spread out, kind of deeper into the desert, which made it a bit more inconvenient and a bit out of your way. It's been a long time since I've chosen not just to simply murder the Jawas for the information I seek. Maybe I'm going soft.
I've cleared the path. Your band should be able to travel now.
Yama bisto chanaga imecha tomicha. Nero desoslimo, crispa do kanki kunke kupa. Chaponka utmangisa, chobod I kafuanchawa.
Tell me more of this.
So how do punyo is dimoto, segoto wupi wupi. Fui panega tweety, hey, poka tonko, wana wanga.
Have you investigated the lockbox yourself?
Fui panega tweety, hey, poka tonko, wana wanga. Kavatuka amishka, kabanutas mawatila.
Okay. So it was a very large wreck. There were some strangers there at the same time as the Jawas, perhaps. Along with the droids was a secure lockbox that the Jawas were never able to open. So they've given us the lockbox as like a gesture of goodwill. Guess we can hand that over to the reclamation service, see if they can have any better luck. Meanwhile, we go along this way. Even though we were friendly to that group of Jawas, because we needed to trade, we need to find this Jawa shaman.
We've got orders to take the Jawa cur back to Commander Villos. Give her to us once you've secured her.
Okay. Seems simple enough. Oh, great, we made friends. Let's defeat 15 of the Jawa forces. Finally, here we have the shaman.
Kavatuka Amishka, Kabanutas Mawatila. Nemafutabon Ketuta.
It's useless to defy me.
Okay.
The shaman has surrendered to us, and in return, we will not kill any more of their people here in the cavern. Looks like they've actually all cleared out.
Ah, excellent work. We'll take this wretch to Commander Villos now. Talk to him if you want to learn what comes of it.
Excellent. Okay. So, we have everyone we need to speak to. But, I suppose, since we're already somewhat in the desert, let's head down to this Jezebo Jeef. See what he can tell us about the the legends of the desert. See if he knows anything about sand demons, how their skins could glisten, how a Jedi Padawan could enter its lair and, well, escape unharmed.
The world is weeping, and the tears evaporate in the heat of our sins.
I think you mean from the heat of our suns, Isabeau.
No, child. There is a dark presence newly arrived on Tatooine.
Ah, Sith. You made it. The hostiles outside were no match for you, I see.
They tried to stop me. They failed.
Failure can be contagious, and hard to dispel once contracted. You are the Seeker Sharak spoke of. You wish to understand the Jedi's purpose in the lair of the Sand Demon.
You see it correctly.
My eyes may be aged and failing, but my mind sees.
Please, Isabeau, make haste. Tell my friend what you know. I will remain here after to hear your wisdom.
Fine. Gather close. Few are aware that Tatooine was once a place of positive Force energy. Jedi made pilgrimages here to renew and purify. The sands speak of a ritual called the Demon's Blood. This is likely what the Jedi that Sharak witnessed was engaged in.
Explain this ritual.
The Demon's Blood. A Jedi seeking enlightenment would cover himself in fresh Sand Demon blood and enter the village of the Savage Ones. Cowering before the Demon Slayer, the Savage Ones would reveal the path to self-discovery and to that which the Slayer seeks.
According to Sharak, the Padawan did not slay the beast.
There must be another way to bathe in the beast's blood, but you'll have to discover that for yourself, if you care to. To know where this Jedi girl went, you'll have to perform the ritual yourself, and then see if the Savage Ones speak.
It's not much to go on, but it will do.
That is everything I have. If everything is not much, then perhaps nothing is everything.
Here are the coordinates you will need. After you face the Sand Demon, I will meet you at the Sand People compound. If the legend is true, and the Sand People have something to offer you, I wish to see it with my own eyes.
And now we've heard of another native group to Tatooine, the Sand People. These are the Savage Ones that Chief mentioned. Oh. Covered in the Sand Demon's blood, the Sand People will reveal something to us. Have a look at this heroic chest. Starting to get some Yavin gear, which... level 55... Yeah, I suppose it makes sense to start getting some Yavin gear at that point. Alright, so, I think once again we'll go back to the cantina and then make our way north through the town one final time.
So, this is where the scum of the galaxy congregate. Not sure I see the appeal.
All right, everyone get the equipment packed. Hail, see to the speeders. My lord, it's good to see you. Were you able to make contact with the Jawas?
I was able to negotiate for what we needed.
Looks like a stasis crate. The sort Zerka used to transport samples. Won't be easy to unseal, but we can peek inside. Keela, running through the analysis grid.
On it. We'll keep the sensitivity low. Don't want to pulverize any artifacts inside.
Definitely something in there. Alien device of some sort, roughly spherical, contained in a Zerka energy field. Blasted odd.
This device, is it what your Zerka records talked about?
It's part of the collection, probably, but I had the sense Zerka found something bigger, too. First pass shows the artifact is over 10,000 years old. Probably distortion. The energy readings are unstable.
Give me a few days to pop it open, and we'll run the scan again.
I won't bore you with the science. Lord Silthar's on a pilgrimage, and we're getting ready to move to the forward research outpost. But we may need you again soon.
This mission isn't over. I'd like to see it through.
If you're heading to the desert, contact us at the first station out from Mos Ila. Lord Silthar should have a lead on the Zerka base by then. In the meantime, we've got an artifact to study.
We could have probed Captain Goloff for more information, but no matter. Ooh, we're starting to get some carbon-scored armor. That has an earpiece and an implant. Not so important. Let's see what a carbon-scored armor set actually looks like when we start unlocking it. So, Commander Velos, and then Major Veer, and then onwards to Junland.
Ah, I'm glad you came back. When my men brought me that shaman, it looks like she put up quite a fight.
What have your scientists learned?
Every test shows this Jawa does have some connection to the Force. It's too soon to tell the extent of this ability in the population, but the Empire won't underestimate them. I'll be certain my superiors know who made this possible.
You are very welcome.
Look sharp, men. This is what success looks like. An entire exchange operation crushed like an insect. May your accomplishment inspire them to do their own jobs half as well.
I have completed my task, then.
Our Empire's standing will be much improved thanks to your work. Farewell.
Level 56. Happy days. No new abilities, but we did get a new passive, Dark Blood. Increases the duration of Endure Pain by 10 seconds. Actually, it also increases your elemental and internal damage reduction. Okay, so our temporary health increases went from 10 seconds to 20 seconds, which is actually pretty decent. Huh. We have a Sith Assassin here. Also sharing some time on Tatooine. Where's the... there's a droid here. Where's I'll sell all of our miscellaneous goods.
Do you require medical attention? Be well.
One thing to mention about Tatooine. There is a cave system to get us to Junland, but there are certain areas known as the Deep Desert, where if you try to travel there on foot, you'll be suffering from severe dehydration. It will start draining your health extremely quickly.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
So normally you do need to take a speeder to get from one region to another. This is also true in the Dune Sea, the final region. There is a village that we visited as an Imperial agent, but if you try to visit there as any other class, I believe you'll probably die in the attempt. Here we are. So what we'll do is, we'll take a small break here. Captain Golo has asked us, once we arrive in this region, to give him a call via the holo terminal there. There is a scientist who would like our attention. In addition, we need to find the Sand Demon's Cave. Okay. So, we'll take a break here. Oh, my experience booster ended. Perfect timing. Either way, thank you all for joining me once again with some more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye-bye now.